Hi, I'm Robin, English teacher with Core Languages, and today I'm at beautiful Riverfront Park in North Charleston. I have 3 sentences for you. Listen carefully to each sentence and try to see whether you can hear a difference in their tone or urgency. You ready? First sentence, I can see you. Second sentence, I must see you. Third sentence, I should see you. I can see you. I must see you. I should see you. Each sentence uses a modal verb. Must, can, and should. Even though they're all very similar, their tone is slightly different, and the meaning of each sentence is different. When we use modal verbs, not only do we have to keep in mind that they change the word order and that they follow a different conjugation pattern, but we also need to understand how they change the tone or the urgency in a sentence. In today's video, I'm going to go over some basic modal verbs with you. So the next time someone asks you whether you can, must, or should do something, you can formulate a perfect English sentence.
Review of modal verbs: can, should, and must. When using modal verbs in a sentence, we need to remember that they are always placed before a main verb. The main verb is in its base form. The base form is different from the infinitive. The infinitive includes the word to, for example, to go or to do. The base form is just the verb, go or do. Modal verbs are used to express different things, such as likelihood, permission, request, ability, capacity, or advice. Today we will focus on 3 modal verbs. We will look at can, which is used to express ability or permission. We will look at should, which is used to express obligation, expectation, and advice. And we will look at must, which is used to express a strong obligation, or when someone is not allowed to do something. There are 3 main rules when using modal verbs. When using a modal verb, we need to remember that all forms are identical and no ending is added. For example, I must, you must, she must. It is important to note that it is not she musts. No S is added in the third person. Modals are followed by the base form of another verb. For example, he can do it. It is incorrect to say he can does it or he can to do it. In order to form a negative sentence with a modal verb, we simply add not, and we do not need to use to do. For example, you may not borrow my car. It would be incorrect to say, you do not may. Here are examples of sentences that use the modal verb should. Should is used to express an obligation, advice, or if someone is expected to do something. Remember the word order in sentences using modal verbs. We have a subject, then the modal verb, then the main verb in its base form, and the rest of the sentence. For example, We should study for the test. This sentence is used to express an advice. We is the subject, should is the modal verb, study is the main verb in its base form, and for the test is the rest of the sentence. You should exercise regularly. This sentence is also used to express an advice. You is the subject, should is the modal verb, exercise is the main verb in its base form, and regularly is the rest of the sentence. The modal verb can is used to express ability or permission. Cannot is used to express the inability or when someone is not allowed to do something. For example, I can ride a bike. This sentence expresses ability. You cannot park there. This sentence expresses inability or the fact that you are not allowed to park there. You can borrow my bike. This sentence expresses permission. You are allowed to borrow my bike. Note that not and can are combined into one word to form the negative cannot. The modal verb must is used to express a strong obligation. Must not is used to express when someone is not allowed to do something. For example, I must go home now. This sentence expresses a strong obligation. We must not feed wild animals. This sentence expresses that we are not allowed to feed wild animals. Let's practice. Look at the following sentences and try to determine which ones are correct and which ones are incorrect. He must not leave work early. This sentence is correct. He can fix the problem. This sentence is incorrect. Remember that we do not need to add an S for he, she, it when we are using modal verbs. The correct sentence would be, he can fix the problem. She cannot see the stage from here. This sentence is correct. Remember that can and not are fused into one word. Can I ask why? This question is correct. She should to study. This sentence is incorrect. Remember that modal verbs are followed by verbs in their base form. The correct sentence would be, she should study. Look at the following sentence and try to choose the modal verb that fits best. I can sing better than you, or I should sing better than you. Both sentences would be grammatically correct, but I can sing better than you makes more sense. Now look at this question using a modal verb and try to choose the modal verb that makes more sense. Can't you listen to your doctor? Or shouldn't you listen to your doctor? Excellent. Shouldn't you listen to your doctor? And how about this sentence? Can we please play outside? Or should we please play outside? Excellent. Can we please play outside? And how about this sentence? He really can get to work soon, or he really should get to work soon. Very good. He really should get to work soon.
Thank you for watching. I hope you now have a better understanding of how to use some basic modal verbs. As always, if you have more questions, feel free to comment, or if you are interested in joining one of our courses with a live instructor, feel free to message us directly. I look forward to seeing you in our next class.